Hi, hello children. Welcome to our social online class. This is your Falgun sir. You know everyone present. We are in the first lesson, second lesson, chapter 2, the globe model of the earth. In this lesson, we discussed some areas like the hemispheres and how the globe is the model of the earth, and about the latitudes and longitudes. These areas we discussed in the last classes, right? Now we will go to discuss about the new area. In this class we discuss about the earth motions, earth movements, earth movements. Please listen everyone carefully. Earth movements. Actually, earth is one of the component in the solar system, you know everyone. Like so many things in the solar system, stars, planets and different type of other components also there. The earth is the planet, right? Like 8 planets in our solar system, right? In these 8 planets, continuously getting the energy from the stars, by the nearest stars. Like the earth is also the same. Earth is the planet. It is getting the energy by the star. That star is called as the sun. The sun is the nearest star of the sun. Continuously the earth getting the energy from the sun, right? These energy by the light and heat. So how it can get? Actually, what are the different objects in the solar system? Those are all not constant, continuously moving. This is called as the movements of the earth. The earth also has some movements. The earth have 2 types of movements. That is the rotation and revolution. Rotation and revolution. The earth has how many movements? 2 movements. Rotation. Second one is revolution. Right? Revolution. Rotation and revolution. What is rotation? The means of rotation. The the earth continuously move around on its own axis. The earth continuously move around on its own axis. It is called as the rotation. Just you see here, this is the earth. This is the earth. This is the axis of the earth. This is the axis of the earth. Earth continuously moving around the axis on its own axis, right? On its own axis. From the north direction to east direction, west direction to east direction, continuously the earth moving on its own axis is called as the rotation. Continuously the earth rotate on its own axis from the west direction to east direction. It is called as the rotation. Why the rotation? What is the speed of earth? Nearly 1610 kilometers. 1610 kilometers per an hour. 1610 kilometers per an hour. This is the speed of earth while rotating on its own axis. Continuously the earth rotates like this. Continuously the earth rotates on its own axis like this. Continuously rotates on its own axis. Right? What is the speed of the earth while rotating? 1610 kilometers. 1610 kilometers per an hour. Right? This is the rotation. So, what is the effect of the rotation? What is the result of the rotation? Because of, if the earth is continuously constant object, if the earth is constant object, it is not moving like this, then we are getting, take the example, this is the sun. The sun rays fall on the earth surface directly this. The sun rays fall on the earth surface like this. So here you observe only one side of the earth getting the sun rays. Yes, one side of the earth. This is the side. Only one side of the earth receiving the sun rays. Yes or no? By these sun rays, the object getting the heat and light. So here what you understood? By this, if the earth not rotating, only one side the area, one side of the earth getting the heat and light. Yes or no? Easily we can understand. That's why only one side of the earth getting the light and heat are we called as the daytime. And continuously another side of the earth getting darkness or night. This is the continuous process. Then their life is possible or not? Some areas not continue their life. So, by the rotation, continuously both sides of the earth getting the heat and light. Why? Because this is the time while rotating the earth like this. Now this area getting the heat and light. Right? After some time, like the earth rotating like this, again this area towards the front of the earth. Yes? Towards in front of the sun. Then this area getting the heat, again this area is in the dark area. So, what you understand here? By the rotation, half of the earth getting the heat and light or the daytime, and another area getting dark, that is called as the night time. So, by the rotation, we are getting the day and nights. Day and nights we are getting by the rotation. This is the major result of the rotation. What is the major result? Getting day and night. Right? If the earth is not rotating, if the earth is constant, we are not getting the day and night. Only one side of the earth getting the heat and light or the daytime, another side is completely in the darkness. Okay, so by the rotation, the day and nights are occurred on the surface. First one. So how much time to take one rotation of the earth? How much time to take one rotation of the earth? Nearly 24 hours. Nearly 24 hours. Remember, nearly 24 hours to take one rotation. Or exactly 23 hours. Exactly 23 hours. 23 hours. Right? 23 hours. And 56 minutes. What is that? 56 minutes. 4 and 0.9 seconds. 0.9 seconds. This is the original, actual time to take one rotation. Remember, three things we are discussing in this area. What is the movements of the earth? Two movements, rotation and revolution. Rotation means earth continuously rotating on its own axis. It is called as the rotation. Due to the rotation, we are getting the day and nights. That means the day and nights are occurred. How? If the earth is constant, only one side of the earth getting the light by the sun. So, only one side of the earth getting the heat and light, only daytime, another side is continuously in the dark. So, if the earth is rotating, both sides of the earth is getting heat and light, day and nights are occurred this. So, this is first one. And second one, what is the speed of earth while rotating? 1610 kilometers per an hour. Second one. Third one, How the earth rotates on its own axis from the western direction to eastern direction. From the western direction to eastern direction, the earth rotates on its own axis. Right? Third one. Fourth one. How much time to take one rotation? Approximately 24 hours, but actually 23 hours, 56 minutes, 4.09 seconds. 4.09 seconds. This is the important area in this part, rotation. And next movement of the earth. What is that? If the earth, just to example, continuously the earth rotating like this. Continuously earth rotating like this. Only the day and nights are continuously occurred. There is no any changings. There is no any changings. Right? But just you observe, some months of the year we are getting very heat. Some months of the year we feel very cold. Right? What is the reason for this? If the earth continuously rotating, right, this movement only occurred. Only we are feeling only day and nights. There is no any changes. But sometimes we are getting day and nights are not equivalent. Take the example, now we are in the season of summer. In this season, the daytime is very long or not. This is live experience we have now. Daytime is very long. Why? Because in the early 5 o'clock, the sun rises in the east. And by 7 o'clock, the sun setting. Yes or no? Nearly 14 hours we are getting the daytime. The night time is very short. Just in the winter you observe. The daytime is very little. Daytime is very short. But night time is very hot. Why? What is the reason it is? If the earth only rotating, these changes are occur? No. No. The day and nights are completely in the equivalent manner. But we are not getting like that. Some months of the year we are getting day very long and night very short. Some months of the year we are getting the day very short and the night time is very long. What is the reason for this? And another one. Some months of the year we are getting the heat, some month of the year we are feel very cold. What is the reason for this? Right? This is caused by the second movement of the earth is called as the revolution. What is that? Revolution. This is the second, another movement of the earth. What is revolution? Just you see here. This is the sun. Right? This is the sun. Directly, continuously, the earth moved around the sun also. Around the sun also. Continuously, the earth moved around the sun also. Around the sun also. Right? Are you remember? Around the sun also. Like this is the movement, another movement. So, by these, sometimes the earth nearer to the sun, sometimes very far from the sun. What is the reason? Because of what is the path? That means the earth, what is the first point? What is revolution means? Earth revoluted around the sun is called as the earth moving on its own axis around the sun. Earth moving on its own axis around on its own axis is called as a rotation. Around the sun is called is the rotation, revolution. Earth around on its own axis around the sun is called as the revolution. How this revolution occurred? In the fixed and regular path. Fixed and regular path. This is the continuously around the sun. Fixed and regular path. This is the path of the earth. This is of the path. This is only the route. Continuously, only this way the earth revoluted around the sun. The earth revoluted around the sun. This is the fixed and regular path of the earth around the sun. What is the shape of this elliptical shape? What is that? Elliptical shape. Just you remember, this is not a round shape. Elliptical, like is an egg shape. Egg shape. Yes. So sometimes the earth is nearer to the earth. Sometimes very far from the sun. Sometimes the earth very nearer to the sun. Sometimes the earth very far from the sun. That's way we are getting the heat. Sometimes we are getting feel more heat. Sometimes we are getting more cold. Right? This is one of the reasons. And Earth not constantly rotating like this. Earth also moving. If the Earth constantly rotating on its own axis, only one side of the Earth getting the heat and light over all the year. That's why while it is rotating is continuous process. Again it is around the. That means in the rotation model around the sun also. That's why all the areas, these seasonal changes are occurred on the earth surface. All the areas getting in the equivalent manner the sun rays. Just you give an example. This is the revolution. In these revolution, earth rotates on its own axis around the sun is called as the revolution in the particular path. In the particular path or the regular fixed path, this path is called as the elliptical path. What is the length of this path? This is called as the orbit. This orbit, what is the length of this orbit? 965 million kilometers. What is the length of this? 965 million kilometers. What is the length of this? 965. 900 earth rotating like this, revoluted around the sun like this. Earth rotated, revoluted around the sun like this. So here the length of this elliptical path or the orbit, it is called as the orbit. What is that length? 900 million kilometers. 965 million kilometers. And how much time to take one revolution? How much time to take? 365 and half days. 365 and half days one time. Time to take, how much time to take in? 365 days. 365 and half days. So here you understand. Once these are half days in every year. That means these half days, one fourth of the day is added every once in 4 years. Once in 4 years. 1/4 of this day is added in once in 4 years. Once in 4 years, like this. 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. Then we get 1 day. This is added 365 days. Then we get 360 days. So, how many years? Once in 4 years, we are getting 360 days in the year. 360 days in the year. Normally, how many days of the year? 365 and half. But 1/4 of these days added for once in 4 years, then we get 366 days once in the 4 years. Once in the 4 years. Okay, general days of the year 365 and once in 4 years we are getting 366 days. Okay, next point. This years, generally year, that means 365 days in the year, then time February month getting 28 days. In the month of February we are getting 28 days. In the month of February we are getting 25 days, general year. But in the leap year, that means 366 days. That year is called as the leap year. That is called leap year. That day, the February month has 29 days. February month has 29 days. Remember? Right. Once we call what is revolution? Revolution means the sun around the earth around the sun. How it can around it? For the regular and fixed path. Third point. What is that path is called? That orbit. This is called as the orbit. What is the shape of the orbit of the earth? Elliptical shape. Elliptical shape. What is that? That means like the egg shape. Like the egg shape. That's why sometimes the sun nearer to the earth nearer to the sun, sometimes very far from the sun. In the next class we will go to discuss about these nearest distance and the farthest distance. Okay, next one. And what is the length of this orbit? 965 million kilometers. 965 million kilometers. And how much time to take one revolution? 365 and odd days. 365 and odd days. 365 and odd days. General year of the 365 days. In the general year 365 days, this 1/4 of the days is added every year. Then it is calculated for once in 4 years. It is calculated at 1 day. That 1 day is added for 65 days. Then we get 366 days. This year is called as the leap year. That means once in how many years the leap year occurred? Once in 4 years. Once in 4 years. How can we identify? In the normal years, the February month has 28 days. In the leap year, February month has 29 days. Okay, 29 days. This is the important. And what is the result of the revolution? How can it help to the people? By the revolution, we are getting the seasons. We are getting the seasons. This is very, very important thing. We are getting the seasons by the revolution. And second thing, the day and nights differences. Day and nights are different. Already I explained about this. Some years, some months of the year daytime is very long and some months of the year daytime is very short. What is the reason for this? Revolution of the earth. Revolution of the earth is caused to getting the seasons. How many seasons we have? Generally 1 year can divide it into 4 seasons. Yes or no? 4 seasons. You know everyone. What is that? 4 seasons what? Summer and winter. Summer and winter. Next one, autumn. Right? Spring season and the autumn. Spring and autumn season. Spring season and autumn. One is summer, winter, spring and autumn seasons. Can divide, then year can divide it into 4 seasons. That is summer, winter, spring and autumn seasons. How can it occur? By the revolution. By the revolution. These are the 2 important movements of the earth. These are the important movements of the earth. Okay. Again once I repeat overall area. What is rotation? Rotation means earth around on its own axis. Earth on its own axis. Round on its own axis. Earth around the sun. Earth around the sun. Earth around the sun is called as the revolution. Okay. And on rotation, how can it rotate the earth from the western direction to eastern direction? Western direction to eastern direction. Here also this, at the time of while around the sun, the earth likes revoluted. Earth western direction to eastern direction. And what is the speed at the time? 1610 kilometers. 1610 kilometers per an hour. So how much time to take? Nearly 23 hours, 59 minutes, 4 and 0.9 seconds. 4 and 0.9 seconds. This is the speed of earth while rotating. And another one, what is the result? Whether we are getting the day and nights. These are the major important points about the rotation. And revolution. Earth around the sun, western direction to eastern direction, and in the particular regular path is called as the orbit. This orbit, the particular path, this is called as the orbit. And this orbit, what is the shape of this orbit? Elliptical shape. Near egg shape. And what is the length of the Earth orbit? 965 million kilometers. million kilometers. And how much time to take? 365 and half days. 365 and half days for one revolution. These 1/4 of days added for every once in 4 years, then we get how many days? 366 years. This is the general year. This is the leap year. That means leap year occurs once in how many years? 4 years. Once in 4 years. That time what are the changes in the month of February? General year, the February month has 28 days. Normal leap year, the February month having 29 days. 29 days. And what are the results of the revolution? Earth revolution is caused to getting the seasons and the day and night differences of day and nights. What is the seasons? The total year can divide it into 4 seasons. That is the summer, winter, spring and autumn seasons. Right? These are the results occurred by the revolution. Okay, these two are the movements of the earth. These are very helpful to the people. We are doing some different type of activities in different times. Okay, right. In the next class, we will go to another part of the revolution and some other areas. Right, in this lesson. Okay, thank you to all.